In other news now at 11, rapper Killer Mike won 3 Grammys tonight, including Best Rap Album. And then this happened. This video from Chris Gardner of The Hollywood Reporter shows the rapper being escorted out of Crypto.com arena by LAPD officers. Police say Killer Mike, whose name is Michael Render, was handcuffed and arrested after a physical altercation. He was booked at LAPD's Central Division for misdemeanor battery and released.
They turned the Grammys into the Slammies and put Killer Mike in some handcuffs. Go to iknowgodmerch.com and put in code JOHN316 and receive 20% off for a limited time. Come on, put something in the shopping cart. Help a brother out. Welcome to Disturbing the Peace with Pastor John Amanchukwu. Now, you saw it in the video initially. They took the man away in handcuffs. Now, I believe in the movie Friday, I think the gentleman said, "Man, you got fired on your day off." Now, Killer Mike gets arrested at a celebration for the Grammys. He had a clean sweep. Rapper Killer Mike was taken away in handcuffs during the Grammys on Sunday evening after winning 3 performance awards. During the telecast, the artist, whose real name is Michael Render, won Best Rap Song and Best Rap Performance for his song Scientists and Engineers. Now, if someone had to tell me to point that song out, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I've never heard it before. I don't know much about his music. While also taking home the award for Best Rap Album for his album, Michael. According to Hollywood's reporter Chris Gardner, he said that law enforcement then led the star away in handcuffs from the Crypto.com arena for unspecified reasons. We all saw that in the video. And so you have to say to yourself, now, what did Killer Mike do backstage after winning 3 awards to then get him placed in handcuffs? Now, I want to tell you something that took place a few days ago. Killer Mike was on the Bill Maher show, and Bill Maher tried to pressure Killer Mike to endorse Joey Biden. And now that he didn't do it, the man is being arrested at the Grammys. Now, I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. I don't want to get into all of that kind of stuff, but I do have to bring it up that something is mysterious. Something is strange. Something's missing from the cake. The cake ain't tasting right, y'all. Something is going on. And so we'll be able to see right here the conversation that Killer Mike had with Bill Maher.
What are your feelings on the election coming up? I mean, Biden and Trump, are you as depressed about that as most people as a choice?
My feeling is pick your policy, not your person.
There it is. Pick your policy, not so much the politician, all right? Pick your policies. What is he talking about? Policies trump, no pun intended, personalities. A person's mannerisms, behavior, things that they may say, things that they might tweet. I mean, that's one thing, okay? Everybody wants President Trump to be presidential, and he's too rough around the edges, and he's, oh my goodness, he's just too brash. All right, come on. Listen, we will all love some mean tweets right about now. But instead of focusing so much on personality, we need to put more emphasis on policy, because policy is the constant. All right. Policy is the thing that's going to determine how we shape and the fabric of this country. And so policies should always trump personality. All right.
This is not the Dallas Cowboys versus your favorite team. This is the policies that will affect our generations for the next 20, 30, 40 years to come. So close your eyes, listen to the policies that are being pushed. And
did you hear what he said? He said, close your eyes. Just for a moment, close your eyes. When you close your eyes, it forces you to think on more of what's in your head rather than the individuals that it might be before you. In other words, Killer Mike is saying, don't just look at the quote unquote orange man and say he's the bad guy, while looking at stumbling, fumbling Joe Biden and thinking that he's the good guy. All right. We all made that mistake with Barack Hussein Obama. We looked at him and said, yeah, here comes a black president. Let's support him and vote for him. And we saw what we got. So instead of, focusing on the temporal, external things, we need to really focus on what we're getting out of an individual, which is policy and how they carry out their role in office and their ability to keep our country and nation safe.
Pay attention even to the people who don't have a chance of winning, because they're going to say policies you may want to push. And I would say do that, but make it policy based.
So that means you're for.
That means I'm for black people and happy Black History Month.
But you're not saying one candidate over the other?
Hey man, my nigga, you ain't gonna get me in no trouble tonight.
No, that's your job with me, to get me in trouble.
My grandfather gave me some stellar advice sometimes. He said, son, sometimes you just got to know to stay out of white folks' business. And this time, I'm going to keep my mouth closed. I still like the policy that the old man had that I was supporting. I would encourage people to find who's supporting that policy and see what happens.
But you can't get yourself to say vote for Biden over Trump?
You want me to list it now? So now
I'm just saying that.
Can he get himself to apologize for the crime bill? Can he get himself to get his head out of his ass and say, black people, you are black regardless. I need you to tell me what I need to do. Can he pick a coalition of former people who are affected by drug laws, street gangs, recidivism and crime, and say, I need you as a board to advise me how to fix federal prisons? If he can do that, absolutely I can. So my challenge is out there.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Billy Maher, you jumped on the wrong ninja, because this man was prepared with facts. And see, that's the problem. That's the problem. Oftentimes they want to pressure us and convince us to support the left, void of reality. He brought up several things. One thing in particular, he brought up the crime bill. And we know where Joe Biden stood on those things. He didn't want his children to be coming up around the jungle meaning minorities. And so therefore he passed bills and laws to restrict the upward mobility of black people. But now, Bill Maher, you want to convince this man to vote for Joe Biden. And for some reason or another, I like Killer Mike, he just wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. At first, he kept trying to jab him and bring up questions in a roundabout way to get to the lead-in question of, are you not going to say that you're going to support Biden over Trump? And the man told him no. He told him what his grandfather said, which is kind of funny. My granddaddy told me to stay out of white folks' business. But, I believe that when it comes to electing people in office, it's not just a white person's business. It's not just a black person's business. It's everyone's business that is an American citizen. Now, these illegal criminal aliens, they shouldn't be voting. But what's going on today that we're trying to make space for people to vote that are not Americans. Only Americans should be allowed to vote. Now, when you see this video clip and you compare it to the initial video clip, does something stick out to you that's funny? Is something strange? Does it seem as if they got good old retribution on Killer Mike? Because Killer Mike would not endorse Joe Biden. Let me know what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I weak or am I strong? Whatever you do, my friend, continue to disturb the peace. Put something in the comments.